Hello, everybody. Today I want to tell you some myths and customs that we practice in SCT when we were growing up during these holidays. There are three important days. Of course, it's Christmas, uh, first of the year, St. Basil's Day, and then the Epiphany, the blessing of the waters, January the 6th. Now, between December 25th and January the 6th, there are 12 days, and they're called Imero, 12 days. Now, the myth says that those 12 days at night, Kalicantzari come out and they pester the people. Kalicantzari. Now, they say that Kalicantzari, similar things they had in the ancient Greece. They believe these Kalicantzari, these creatures, came out from Hades when the door was open. Now, nowadays, Kalicantzari was an imagination. And different areas in Greece and the villages, they had different imaginations. They said that Kalicantzari lived down deep in the earth, and down there was a tree, a huge tree that's holding the whole earth. And they were busy all year long trying to cut the tree. And if they cut the tree, then the whole earth will fall down somewhere. I don't know. So, but the eve of the December 25th, they'll come out. There'll be holes around the earth and they'll come out. Now, the imagination of people, some of them, all of them, they had human faces, features of human faces. They were dark, black. They had fur on them. And they could jump and run and do things like monkeys. They had long tails. They said that they were eating frogs, worms, bugs, that they are down in the ground. So these Kalicantzari, they'll come out at night and they get into their houses and pester the people. They jump on the back, they said, they get into their clothes, just like monkeys. They would behave like monkeys. Now, my imagination of Kalicantzari was, yes, they were black, and they had long ears for me, a long tail, and they had long nails. But they had the features for me of a witch. Now, the days before Christmas, at night before Christmas, my mother would make tiganites, or lalayites. Lalayites, we used to call them, lalayites. Lalayites are similar to pancakes, except they are dry, and they are fried dry. I don't know what they put in them, but anyway, she will take a fork and spear the lalayites here and there, and we believe, and she would make it the night before, and we'll have it in the morning. So when we saw that, my belief was that Kalicantzari came down the chimney, and they put the nails on the lalayites. The Kalicantzari, they believed that they were not too smart, and they only could count to 3. So to defend the houses against that, they said they would put a shift, a very close-knit shift, many holes. and you put it at the door or put it by the chimney. And when they come there, they see the shift. They start counting the holes in the shift. And they could count only to 3, so they was counting 1, 2, 3, and couldn't go further than that. They'll start all over again. And so they were counting all night long the holes in the shift. And by that time, it was daylight and they would disappear. Or another way was to put a rope with many threads in it. And they would sit there and count the threads in the rope. And again, it would be daylight and they'll leave. Now, they disappear the night of the blessing of the water, Vayasmos, January the 6th, they disappear. They go back down and they start all over again trying to cut the tree. That's the Kalicantzari. Kalicantzari. We were scared. I was scared of them. Pull the covers over their head until fall asleep. Okay, now another custom that we had is St. Basil's Day. St. Basil the Great, Vaius Vasilius, την Πρωτοχρονιά. The story of Basil the Great was that he was born in Caesarea, 330 after Christ, and he died over there 49 years later, 379. He was very young, and they said he had problems with his liver. He came from a very wealthy family. He had 3 more brothers, but he distinguished himself because brilliant. And he studied and became a lawyer. He studied in Constantinople, in Athens, in Alexandria. And when he came back, he didn't practice law because he wanted to be a Christian. He was baptized, and then he started defending the Christian faith. He was a defendant of the creed, the Pistevo, in the area where defining the God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And he defended the wording of the creed. Others had different ideas, and he was always in dispute with them. He became a bishop, and he gave up his wealth to the poor. And he built a orphanage, a hospital, a hospice in an area, supposedly for the time it was huge. We called it Basilia. He also wrote many hymns, and he composed his own liturgy. His liturgy is Vasiliu to Mega is longer than the normal St. Chrysostom's liturgy, and is normally celebrated different days of the year, but mainly the first of the year, where he celebrated, and he died that day. They say January 1st. He passed away in 379. They say there are many lipsana around the world, and there's a monastery, Agia Lavra, in Mount Athos has the head. That's what they say. Anyway, that day, of course, the custom is to have the vasilopita, a special sweetbread, vasilopita. And we cut it, it has a coin in there. And we cut it in pieces. Say this is for the house, this is for Christ, this is for that. And each one takes a piece, and whoever finds the coin, he's going to be the lucky for the year. y Vasilopita. Also that day, we the kids go and say the calendar, carols. Like that. And we have a little basket to walk around the neighborhood, and of course our relatives. And they sing, and we ask Natapume, can we say them? And they say, ne. Go ahead. And we sing a few verses, and they give us walnuts, almonds, raisins, apples, whatever they had. Of course, I know now would give us some money. Anyway, our presents didn't come Christmas Day from St. Nick. They came January 1st from Ayo Vasilio, St. Basil. He brought the presents because he was for the poor, I don't know. But our presents, there were no toys. There were a pair of socks that mother knit for us, a new sweater or some kind of a cloth, and sometimes brand new shoes. Yeah, that was our presents. Also, that day, it was customary when you set the table, you put a chair, an extra chair, and that was from Basil the Great. He was always invited in the houses that day. My mother used to set a table, and on it they put different snacks that go good with drinking ouzo, raki. And people come around, groups. That day, only men, will go around to do the podarico. Podarico means to come in and wish us and the house Happy New Year. And they will come, sing a little bit, have a drink, eat something, and then go to the next house. I remember my mother liked the smell of cigarettes and smoke. She used to tell them, of course my father didn't smoke, so nobody smoked in our house. So she used to tell them, if anybody smoked, go and smoke a cigarette and make the house smell good. I don't know why, but that's what she liked. He also made special pastries then. One of them was the luludia flowers. Here in America and some places in Greece they call them diples. It's made of dough that has a lot of eggs in it, and it's they open it in sheet and then they cut it in strips, about an inch wide, maybe an inch and a half, and they use a wheel that serrates the edges. And they fold them into a bowl or flour or something like that, and they deep fry it in oil. We used to fry them in sesame oil, and makes a lot of bubbles because it has a lot of eggs in it. And then you put honey on top of it. If you don't have honey, you put musto and walnuts. They're delicious. Delicious. Also, the other things that they do, the pastries that time, was amigdalota. They used to get the amygdala and crush them with a woody. And they make, it's a lot of, they put meringue, white, the eggs, the white of the eggs, they beat them up. And curabieres. The other one, they used to make some sades with sesame seeds. All the delicious stuff. Anyway, the Kalicantzari, as I said, they were around until January 6th. And with the blessing of the waters disappeared and went back down. The ladies also used to go out to the different houses to wish Happy New Year to Puerto Rico. And they would go the next day, not the same day, by themselves. They go and have coffee and the ludia, the pastries. Well, that was our holidays then. Remember me well. Okay, guys. Bye bye.